Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. We have two factions in Ohanaeze and Igbo right now. We have the faction of Obiozor, that's Judge Obiozor, and that of Chief Chidi Ibeh, and all push towards reconciling them has proved abortive. But right now, there is something that has been exposed, and it has to do with these two people. And one wants to implicate the other and all of that. We're going to look at that in a jiffy because a particular group just, brought up this and want to put it in public glare so that there can be some restraint from the military towards the other faction. And we're going to look at that in a jiffy. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. A coalition of Igbo group has cautioned against an alleged attempt to link some factional leaders of Ohanaeze and Igbo to the activities of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB and the security wing, the Eastern Security Network ESN. We've reported that Ohanaeze broke into two factions after its January election, with one led by Ambassador George Obiozor and the second group under the leadership of Chief Chidi Ibeh. There have been failed attempts to reconcile the two groups. Some Igbo groups are now claiming that having failed to reconcile them, there was now planned to use the presidency and harass the Ibeh-led group into submission. The coalition made the claim in a statement issued to journalists signed by Dr. Mrs. Helen Ogbonnaya, the spokesperson coalition of Igbo groups and national president, Southeastern Nigerian Women Professionals. The group Southeastern Nigerian Women Professional, World Igbo Youth Congress, and Igbo Student Union warn of the consequences of using security agencies to harass Igbo leaders. They claim that using security agents to arrest the leadership of Chidi Ibeh led Ohanaeze and Igbo through the instrumentality of the presidency by labeling them part of the unknown gunmen have been uncovered. The grand plan is to detain Obiozor's rival until further notice. They added in a statement that it's of public knowledge that Obiozor emergence as factional President General Ohanaeze and Igbo contravened the late procedure for Ohanaeze election as stipulated in Article 14 and 21. This is what gave birth to a parallel leadership widely accepted by Igbos. Having failed to follow procedure, Obiozor rallied help from the presidency to persuade a few governors and serving ministers to support the illegality. Igbo's rejection of Professor Obiozor was a clear rejection of the imposition by external detractors. We are aware of the petition last with falsehood to implicate Chief Chidi Ibeh, Uche Okoku and Okechukwu Iziuzoro as members of IPOB and ESN. This is laughable, as these Igbo leaders are representing the genuine interests of Igbos. As such, all forms of blackmail against them will fail. The College of Southeast Bishops have waded into the crisis in Ohanaeze and Igbo and attempt to arrest Chidi Ibeh and others by Obiozor through the presidency will bring more disaster and uprising in Igbo land. We are aware of the lawsuit in Umuahia, Owerri, and Abuja. The case should be allowed to do their job. Security agents should not be used for vendetta against Igbo leadership, she said. Well, this is a very serious issue, but then let's look at what the Igbos have to say. This one here says, this is not time to begin to awaken issues that are of no importance to us. Already, Igbos have lost so much, and this is the time to work together as a team so that we can realize what we have been pursuing thus far. Another person here, Joe, says, this is not needed as at now. We are facing more crisis in the southeast, and we need all hands to be on deck so that we can realize our pursuit. Nigeria is facing a difficult moment now. We should not cause more uprising in the southeast. It's totally uncalled for. Another one here says, what do these guys really represent? Who respects their word nationally? We have been having a lot of issues in the Southeast. How much solution have they brought to us? They will only make statement on the media, but there is no follow-up, and that is why we are in the situation we have found ourselves. For me, whether they arrest anybody, they don't arrest anybody, it will not change anything. Igbos should unite and forget about all this group because they are existing only for their personal selfish gain. Another one here says, this issue don't tire me. Waiting with the sub till now, they follow Ohanaeze and Igbo instead to follow Nnamdi Kanu. For me, this is not an issue. This one here says, plenty wahala dey Naija for now. All these Ohanaeze and Igbo issues where did they talk no make any sense to me. Whether na Obiozor the lead, whether na Chidi the lead, the main thing now for us to realize our pursuit. We better get presidency or they give us Biafra. Now waiting be my concern, be that. This one now says, this situation we have found ourselves does not need distraction from Ohanaeze and Igbo. Let the court settle their case. But for us as Ndibos, we need to forge ahead. We have two strong intentions ahead of us, getting presidency or getting Biafra. This is what should occupy our hearts now, not all these kata issues where they come up. Another person here says, there is no need for me to disturb myself with this because this is no issues. So many other people are talking there, but at this point, I don't want to join issues with any of the group. But at the same time, I think this is not really important, if you ask me. Yes, we know that they are somehow the bedrock of the leadership of, Southeast, and they will mediate at one point. But I feel that working together now matters a great deal. The situation on ground is so unfavorable, especially to the Igbos. We've had a lot of issues and people are almost getting tired. Right now, for me, I feel that Southeast is almost a shadow of itself, not what we expected it to be again, considering the level of intelligence, considering the level of power, and considering the level of financial capacity of those who are sourced from that place. But today is a shadow of itself. Because of irrelevant issues that are just coming on, we are pushing for this, They need to come together as a people and begin to be more emphatic over the things that they need. Whether Biafra has been a long-term dream that Igbos have been having thus far. So you pursue one thing and now they are looking at presidency. If you feel presidency is going to make it possible for Biafra to be realized, then you begin to pursue it. Then allowing all these things to tear you people apart. This particular infraction, I tell you, it's really purpose towards making the things that you guys are dreaming of for a long time not to be realized. And it's high time these things are corrected once and for all. I like to leave it there. The situation is getting very tense. What do you think will be the response of